Uh, go, go.
The recording has started.
I used to be a dinar newbie until I watched Frank's UB2B. With a twinkle in his eye and God by his side, Frank's teachings reach as far and wide. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Now take it from me, Frank is no rookie. It's okay, Tink, give this man a cookie. You never know what suit he'll be wearing, so I wear my sunglasses because they are so glaring. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Sit up, be patient and get ready. Frank's got some news from Walking Stick and Eddie. Frank breaks down the news and keeps us straight. Come on, Iraq, can you give us the rate? So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Hey Tink, I need a cookie. Come on Tink, I deserve some cookies. Cookie, cookies, cookies. Come on Tink, give up the cookies.
Welcome, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. It's good to be with
Attention,
you.
writing
No,
customers.
hush. It's good to be with you. God bless you all. We're here to study the Iraqi dinar. Today is the 7th of August, 2024, and I greet you in agape love. We are KTFalways.com, which stands for Keep the Faith Always in our Heavenly Father. Before we do anything, we always pray. We always pray to prepare ourselves that we would be ready, that we would be protected. When you join me, Abba, Heavenly Father, I come to your throne room because I am yours. I am faithful to you. I love you and I believe in you and I trust in you. Thank you for this evening. Thank you for the opportunity to share what we have to give. Help those that are listening, God, that they would take this and use it. Use it to help them. In the name of your Son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, I pray with faith. Amen. 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 Well, ladies and gentlemen, oh, hey, Andy. Go right ahead, brother. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Andy. God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
I know you go to Bible study, so I'm not going to get to see you in the other half, but thank you. Be safe, bro. Hi, Doris. Thank you, Doris, for your financial contribution. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, Tink, what were you trying to tell me? Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all set. We're set. Anyways, family, we're here to talk and study the Iraqi dinar, and everything that I share with you is just strictly in my opinion. It's just strictly my opinion. Now, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to look at the articles, and then I'm going to do the report from our teams. Monday, I did it the opposite way. First, I gave you the report, and then I gave you the articles. Today, we're going to go the opposite direction. And everything that I share, once again, I say is just strictly my opinion. It's nice to see that what we're sharing with you is in articles. That's good. That's very encouraging. Now, for those of you that belong to our forum, ktfalways.com, please go on in there and look for the thread that says Frank26 Daily Posting. And when you click on that, then look for the thread that says Final Article thread, and click on it. And come with me. We're going to go to the second to the last page. Second to the last page. And we're on final article number 4,368. Let me get something to drink here, and by then hopefully you're all there with me. And here we go. Final article number 4,368 says, advisor to the Banking Association calls for the implementation for implementing the Prime Minister's decisions to support the private banks and lift the U.S. restrictions on them. Well, that's a good thing to see. That's a very good thing to see. In fact, before we go any further, family, do you see any talk about the exchange rate in the market? Do you see anything here in this article where it's saying we have to change the exchange rate of the dollar to combat the market? No, you don't. Why? Because that's what Parliament says. And what they say is useless. It's actually very tactful to try to delay the process of the monetary reform. The United States Treasury and the Federal Reserves, they showed up, didn't they? Yeah. What do you think that means? Do you think that they're going to sit there and also allow them to be lackadaisical, to be lazy, just to take your time? No. No, the United States of America works on a nanosecond, not a New York minute. And I find this very encouraging to speed up the monetary reform process. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title for this? It says, the new governor of the CBI demands this, and Alak does the 7-step cha-cha-cha. What is the new governor of the CBI? Tell me. I suggested to you when we were on Monday who the new governor of the CBI is. Go ahead and post. I want to see if you remember. I want to see if you're even paying attention. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, BR3317, Positively Mel. All of you that are posting, very good. Yeah, it's the U.S. Treasury, in my opinion, that is now the governor of the CBI. Why? Well, what is the governor of the CBI? Just a figurehead. Does he make any decisions? No. Does he have any authority? No, no, no. Does he cast a vote for anything? No. What does the governor of the CBI do? He makes announcements to the international world, to the Iraqi citizens. He gives reports to the prime minister. He's a figurehead. He's a messenger. Yeah. So, is it important to have Alak? Well, I suppose because he was doing a good job, I thought. But this monetary reform actually should have happened, in my opinion, in January. On Monday, you saw what we shared with you with the reports from Mr. Sammy, who said, yeah, this was supposed to be in January, but there were many banks that were put on the bad list. And that's why the U.S. Treasury is here taking a whole floor of the CBI building, because no more bad stuff. They're pushing this really good now. I know. And when I see this article, it's saying advisor to the Banking Association calls for implementing the Prime Minister's decision, to support the private banks and lift the U.S. sanctions on them. Well, that's exactly what the U.S. Treasury wants. You don't see them talking about what Parliament wants, do you? Now, that's an important point that I'm trying to make, and for you to absorb and understand and support it, because You don't want to worry about what the negative people say. You don't want to worry about what Parliament says. You don't want to worry about those that want to delay the monetary reform for their profiteering, what they say. No. You want to worry about what the United States Treasury is saying, and then all of a sudden you see that the advisory board, the advisors of the Banking Association in Iraq are calling upon Prime Minister Soudani, yeah, go ahead and do everything that they're saying so they can lift the restrictions off of our banks. Samir Al Nusari. Now, this is also a very good person, a good advisor, economic guy. He says, advisor to the Iraqi Private Banking Association called for implementing the 7 decisions issued on 4/4 of 2024. Oh, this was back in April. Yeah, I know. Okay, what is it? Well, they're going to implement the directives of the Prime Minister Soudani regarding supporting our private banks, which confirms the government's vision in its governmental program for financial and banking reforms. Oh, don't you love that? For what? For what? Why are you doing this? For banking reforms. And what else you say? What else you say? And for financial reforms, monetary reforms. Yeah, I know. And that's the beauty of this family. You go here. Let me just read a little bit more of it. And then he goes on and said, "In the government's vision, with Soudani, yeah, we want this done, no doubt. And the program is for the financial and the banking reforms, as well as achieving and accelerating the implementation of the agreements that were reached in the rounds of negotiation between the central bank and the U.S. Treasury when they went to Washington D.C. and when the U.S. Treasury was in Washington and in Baghdad. Then Baghdad was to lift the U.S. Sanctions on the use of the American dollar because it continued to be the corruption and it was harming our national currency. Yeah, yeah, it sure was. And they've lifted all foreign currencies. They've lifted everything that was causing. You don't have the auctions anymore. We don't know. We don't have the auctions anymore, do we, of the CBI? Mm-mm. No more stealing. Nothing. Do we have any problems with the prices in the market? No, not really. That's an interesting point. What about the borders? Secured. WTO is pleased about it. They're dying for you to join them. Yeah, I know. So the U.S. Treasury is there. That's kind of like the period at the end of a sentence, don't you think? Well, it's more like an exclamation mark at the end of a sentence, don't you think? So, and it says that these implementations of agreements that were reached by the rounds of the negotiations between the central bank and the U.S. Treasury when they were in Washington and Baghdad was to lift these sanctions, but they didn't. And then they pointed out the importance of the central bank accelerating the procedures to rehabilitate and restructure these banks. Step on the gas. That's what the U.S. Treasury is there for. It's time to pay up. Iraq, who put you in the position that you're in? Right. Us. We that bought your dinar that was worthless. We trusted in you. We gave you money for a worthless currency, and you promised that it would eventually come back to its value. That was going to be our reward. Soudani, you promised purchasing power for the Iraqi citizens. You didn't promise me anything. But because you promised them, you automatically blessed me. Don't you think that your citizens want this now? Don't worry about me. Worry about your country and your people. And Mr. Soudani, based on what you did with Alak, I can see you're a special man. The Arab world needs leaders. Pointing out that the importance of the central bank accelerating the procedure to rehabilitate the restructuring of these banks, as well as the necessity, what? The necessity for the international auditing company to complete its agreed upon work in order to lift these imposed restrictions and limitations. Auditing companies, yeah, like K2, like K2. that we talked about on Monday. I know there's no articles about it, but you can trust me on it. On article number 4,369, urgent, very urgent. What? The governor of the central bank submits a request to be relieved of his post. What do I say up on top? Move over, Alak. U.S. Treasury takes over. Sudani. Yeah, Frank. Did you fire Alak? No, I didn't fire him. Sudani. Yes, Frank. Did you dismiss Alak? No, I didn't dismiss Alak. Sudani. What? Did you replace Alak? No, I haven't replaced him. Never mind. But it says here, Sudani, that the governor of the central bank submits a request. Please let me go. Please. Out of curiosity, are you going to let him go? Continuing. The central bank governor's resignation, admission of failure or escape from the repercussions of the financial crisis. Which one is it? Asks this article. For right now, Alak did his job. For right now, Alak does not need, or excuse me, Sudani does not need Alak. For right now, the monetary reform does not need Alak. It's done, completed. For right now, Parliament can ask Alak whatever. You should see what Parliament asked Alak. I'll show it to you later. It's stupid. It's like our American media asking questions of the far left. They never ask them. They ask them, "How was your day today?" How about answering the question, "When are you going to secure the border?" Final article number 4,370. Trade Bank of Iraq invites exchange companies to participate in the dollar selling window. What do I say up on top? The blue title. Sudani prepares everyone for the new exchange rate. When you read the article, you'll understand. Final article number 4,371. Rafadim announces the implementation of the comprehensive banking system in 37 branches. Wow. Well, that's interesting. Rafadim, weren't you one of the banks that was being reformed for the monetary reform? Yes, we are. And you're doing the same thing for the 37 other branches? Yes, we are. Well, that's why the U.S. Treasury is there, because they're not too thrilled about what you've been doing. You know, the slow pace that you've been taking. You guys are working on the 37 banks. How'd you do that overnight? Well, yes, we are. That's all you can say, huh? Yeah. Good, because I don't hear any negative talk. I don't hear anybody saying it's a delay. I don't hear anybody saying, I need to talk to the governor of the CBI. There is no governor. Oh. There is, but I don't think the U.S. Treasury wants to talk to anybody. What do I say up on top? It's a blue title. Sudani and the United States Treasury prepares their banks for the new exchange rate. Yes, they do. Final article number 4,372, Planning and the World Bank. Well, let me help with that title. The Minister of Planning. Minister of Planning and the World Bank discuss progress made in implementing funded projects in Iraq. Did you listen one more time, okay? The Minister of Planning, he's under the cabinet. He's the cabinet of Sudani. These are the people that we want to hear about. Minister of Planning, what's up, buddy? What you got? Well, me and the World Bank. Really? The World Bank? Okay. So the minister, you see, you guys are planning something with your monetary reform, so you're talking to the World Bank, and what did you discuss? Well, we discussed the progress that has been made in implementing funded projects in Iraq. Wait a minute, let me get this right, because Parliament is saying that there are no funds. Let me get this right. We now have funds? We've had them, Frank. I know. I called it a whatever. And that's it. That's the end of the articles that we have to share with you for today. And right now, we're going to go and look at... Now, family, we're going to go and look at our Firefly's comments. And we were together on Monday, so therefore we need to look at Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's go back to Tuesday.
Clark
Yes.
said there's some on the next page. You're not done.
There's some on the next page. I'm not done. I was done until Claire said there's more. Family, it turns out, oh, that's right. Go to page 219. It's a good thing I'm dark complected. You can't tell when I'm blushing, huh? Okay, go to the next page. I knew it. I was just testing you all to see if you knew. Are they smiling? Pick up where we left off. Final, in fact, this is a really important articles too. All right, y'all with me? Final article number 4,373. You're gonna miss these times that we've had together. After today, there's 6 more. That's it. Final article number 4,373. Planning. Wait a minute, that's what we just read. It was moved forward. Ah, Claire, you bumped it. Wait a minute. Oh, this is a different one. Well, check this out. On the same concept, planning and the World Bank discuss progress made in the implementing of projects in Iraq. And when you read the article, he's talking about the idea that we don't need to do anything else. We don't need to do anything with the American exchange rate or the American dollar exchange rate in our country. We don't need anything. And then when you read that, then you read the blue title that I gave this article, and what do I say? You're right, sir. We now only wait for the new exchange rate. So when you read that article, then read the title that I gave it, okay? Final article number 4,374. Now this one's pretty good. It says, after sanctions, a new American step towards Iraqi banks. After sanctions. Oh, sure, yeah, the lifting of the sanctions, yeah. The United Nations Security Council sanctions, all the Chapter 7, all that stuff, yeah. All the banks that were, on the blacklist, they're okay now, right? Yeah. So after the sanctions, that's where we're at. What about it? After the sanctions, a new American step towards Iraq banks. A new American step. So a new way that American banks are treating Iraqi banks. Yeah. Well, let's see what it says, just out of curiosity. And when you read it, family, you're gonna realize that almost all of this article is red. Therefore, it should draw and call your attention, shouldn't it? Let's see what I read, just a little bit of it. The United States of America did not step at punishing some Iraqi private banks by preventing them from participating in the currency auction held by the Central Bank of Iraq daily to sell the dollar. But instead, the U.S. Treasury Department recently returned and informed it of the need to merge and close some of those banks, thus deciding their fate after many suspicions had been raised about them. So all this time, we've been waiting for the new exchange rate to come out. Good God, we've been waiting since the beginning of this year. Nothing. What's going on? I mean, it's scheduled. We had the budget is ready to go. What's going on? And the problem is that the thievery, those that steal, the bad politicians in the government of Iraq that steal the money through the CBI auctions have been tamed. The power to the evil that was all over Iraq and the Middle East is because of the money that was being given to them. When you see what Trump did, he stopped the money that was going to Iran and it suffocated them for 4 years. Then Biden goes in and he does the same thing that Obama did, and he gave them billions and billions of dollars in cash, and then billions and billions of our armaments through a messed up military action. So he really supplied the Middle East, and the bad people that were trying to stop this monetary reform with the power to stop it. And they sure did, didn't they? Then all of a sudden, in January, they thought that, oh, this is going to happen. It didn't happen. February, March, April, months go by. So the U.S. Treasury goes and says, what have you been doing? Yeah, stealing. Alak, are you stealing? No, 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 no. So the U.S. Treasury is making all the decisions now. And what decision did they just? What decision did we just? United States of America, the stuff, and the reason was for. So yeah, this is exciting. What else does this article say about that? Well, it also says that the banking officials stress that at the end of this year, the Central Bank of Iraq will cancel the dollar transfer platform, and it will rely on banks that have intermediary banks. During the coming month of September, a meeting will be held between the Central Bank of Iraq and the Federal Reserves of America in the United States, which will include presenting the central bank's plan to reform the sector. He pointed out that the Central Bank of Iraq bears part of what happened in the banking sector, in the Iraqi banking sector. In other words, hey, CBI, you gotta accept this part of the blame of why so much money has been stolen from your auctions, from your CBI auctions. It happened in the Iraqi banking sector because it is unable to confront the U.S. Treasury or the Federal Reserves. In other words, they have no answers for us. And that's why we're here in Iraq. He pointed out that there are good banks. There are good banks that have been restricted by the United States of America, and the Central Bank of Iraq must defend them and return them to work because the Iraqi banking sector is being massacred in favor of foreign banks. Well, they were. They were. Final article number 4,375, urgent. What? The central bank governor. What's up, Alak? I don't have any intentions to reconsider the dollar exchange rate. We are undergoing a major transformation. Ring a ding ding, ring a ding ding. Oh, speaking of that, we're speaking of him. Look, what a coincidence, huh? Hold on a second, family. He is absolutely 100% correct. Tell Mr. Sammy I'm very grateful for the direction that he's taken you and your teams. He's absolutely 100% correct. Tell Mr. Sammy I'm very grateful for the direction that he's taken you and your teams. We'll go through this in a minute. What was I saying? I don't know. What was I saying? Let's see here.
You said ring a ding ding, what a coincidence.
Hold on a second. Deborah, why would you say that? Thank you. Deborah, why would you post that? Did I say that? No, you didn't say that. You're assuming that, right? Based on what you said, Frank. I didn't say anything. I read you an article. I don't give dates. I don't give rates. And that's why I'm leaving the internet. Urgent. Central Bank Governor, I have no intentions to reconsider the dollar exchange rate. Stop. Of course you don't, stupid. You have no authority to consider the dollar exchange rate. You have no authority to change it, to stop it, to raise it, to lower it. Thank you. You have no authority, do you, Alak? No, sir, I don't. So when they ask you, what are you doing about the exchange rate? What did you say? I told them I have no intentions to reconsider the dollar exchange rate. Because you have no authority over the dollar exchange rate, right? No, right? Yeah, right. Thank you. So family, when you read these articles, when I'm not with you anymore, read them carefully. They will be explained in my form. You know where I'm going. So, yeah, you have no intentions to reconsider the dollar exchange rate? Of course not. Of course not. You have no authority, no power. You can't say anything about the American dollar exchange rate. And what else does the sentence says? Instead, we are undergoing a major transformation. Yeah. Yeah, and Alak, I saw that you told Parliament the same thing, and you told them, and there's just one more thing to do that will change everything. Very good, Alak, very good. You're keeping a low cover, aren't you? Like, yeah. Were you fired? No. Did you quit? No. I'll stay if he wants me to. I don't think so, Alak. You did a good job. But unfortunately, your background is stained. Because it's stained, it can't help but to cause some to ask questions about you. You did a good job. Now go. I don't want to go. Why? Because if I go, I have to go back to Maliki. What do I say up on top? Alak, go away. Of course you're not changing the dollar exchange rate because you can't. And that's it on the articles. Okay, now we're officially done. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is I want to read to you. And like I said, our reading is now going to go into our Fireflies, Eddie, Neil, Mr. Sammy, Supergirl, everyone, thank you. She gave it to me. Okay, let's go back to yesterday. No, keep going back. Yesterday. Wow, yesterday was a good day. Are you serious? Dear me. Oh, all right, here's Monday, which I gave to you already. It was good. It was really good. And then Tuesday is where I'm going to start. Now, what happened was when the report came in on Tuesday, I liked it. And since I did a beta testing on Saturday, and I released all of our information from our teams in Club 26 on my YouTube, or also in premium on my website at ktfois.com. And a lot of you found it, that are part of our forum. And when you found it, you were able to read it. And it was very powerful. And then on Monday's UB2B, we went over it, didn't we? And everybody got caught up. Well, the same thing happened last night. Last night, this information came in. And I decided to go to, hey babe,
Yes.
if I want archives, I go to our website.
Yes.
Where do I find archives?
Premium members right there.
Premium member.
Down.
Oh, chat.
Click it.
Oh, chat. Archives, I see it. I'm going to turn to our archives if I can get it
Put your cursor up further.
up further. Like
Well,
that?
come down because it should have that finger.
Oop, there it is. Okay. Now, family, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you part on the archive from yesterday, last night. And that would be the second time that I take our team's information and I put it behind closed doors. And I intend to do that at the end of this month. Starting in the first week of September, all of our information will only be found in our form or in Club 26. There are good reasons for this. So let's start now with our study. Everything I say to you is strictly in my opinion. Greetings, KTFA family. I wish to share this information with you before we do our Wednesday UB2B. Chuck one go. Mr. Frank, the television is talking about after the sanctions have been lifted from the banks, that the United States Treasury now has a different approach. They're saying that now they want to rehabilitate and reform these banks in Iraq and also limit the number of private banks. They're putting these private banks down to 30 from the present 72 banks that we have. I say, I like that, Eddie. I like that move a lot. Tell me, how is Alak doing today? Eddie responds. CBI is on television saying, don't believe all that you are hearing on the streets. CBI is talking to us citizens saying a lot of disinformation out there. And within minutes, another news program was shown to us is saying Parliament is forcing Alak to retire. And we hear from Mr. Sammy, he says, Eddie, this K2 company is studying risk management on things of our banks, and they are giving the way for information on dropping the zeros. Family, stop and think about that. Dropping the zeros. To which then I respond to him, Eddie, K2 is a very good insurance company, but the fact that they are talking about the lifting of the 3 zeros for the reinstatement, well, Eddie, that's timing. It is, Eddie then says to me, it is, Mr. Frank, because Mr. Sammy explained it to our group. To which I said, that's good, Eddie. It is an insurance company for banks. But why would they be talking about the process of lifting the 3 zeros? Well, that's pretty obvious. Why are they taking inventory? Why are they doing logistics? Why are they doing inspections of these banks? Mr. Frank, you sound like Mr. Sammy. Mr. Frank, Eddie said they looking into risk management surveys, but also talking about the process of dropping the 3 zeros too. To which I said, Eddie, don't you love it when they talk about the truth? KTFA family. Then, 3 hours later after these reports, this came in. Sir, Alak has just retired from the CBI as the governor just now. I said, thank you for your service, Alak. Move over, U.S. Treasury is here. Eddie says, yes, yes, yes. Neil says, Frank, Eddie said that hours earlier, Alak was on their channel 1 saying, don't believe the rumors. And the TV said he was retiring. Now he does retire. It is ironic that the U.S. Treasury shows up and Alak retires. Like I told you, Eddie, the U.S. Treasury is not playing. It's time to pay up. Frank, Eddie says that he has either done his job and it's about to go down and he's retiring, or it's because they see he's the problem. And Mr. Frank, on our TV show the other night, and Mr. Frank, on your TV show the other night, you said, if Sudani finds out that Alak was doing wrong, well, it won't go good for him. And then boom, B-O-O-M, yeah. And then boom, he retired. LOL. To which I said, yep, Eddie. By the way, well done with this report. And then I stopped right there last night. So that was my second beta testing to see how it is that you all would respond to what I was sharing with you. I believe that that you all were pleased and happy inside of my forum, inside of Club 26, and I'm going to continue to do that. This is our last UB2B for this week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be packed. And normally I do shorts, but instead it will all be put in my forum or in Club 26. And by the way, I wish to thank, well, I call him Florida. Florida, I know you're listening. I recently talked to you. Thank you. Florida is gifting 10 premiums for 1 month. 10 premiums for 1 month. Now he's saying for me to tell you, we will give these 10 premiums to someone for 1 month if you have a need. If you truly, sincerely cannot afford it and you want this 1 month, go ahead and get a hold of us. How do they get a hold of us, Tink? How would you like?
You said call, that's what I'm putting.
Is that what we're going
You
to?
wanted them to call you. Do you want them not to call you to email?
No, not to call, baby, because if they call and I get 10, I'm going to get another 100 after that, and I'm going to have to turn them all down. So very simply, the first 10 that we read, that we feel that has a legitimate cause to receive this, we will gladly give you a 1 month premium. But you have to be a member of ktfolways.com in order to be able to see premium, okay? So consider that as well, too. All righty, so, and I thank you, Florida. God bless you, my dear friend. Now, family, because I stopped there last night, I'm now going to pick up from where I left off. And if I recall, let me see. Let's see where we left off. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Mr. Frank, on your TV show at the end of the night, you said that if Sudani finds out that Alak was doing wrong, well, it won't good for him. And boom, and boom, he retired. To which I remember I told you, I said, LOL. Yep, he sure did. Well done with your report. Now we continue. Sending, and Eddie hit back. He said, it's really early in the morning here right now, but he is thinking, and his thinking is that Alak resignation is either for his fate. Oh, I read this part to you. Is either for his failure or his escape from repercussions. Anyway, Sudani is the one who approves all resignations. You see why I talked to you the way I did about Alak? We don't know yet if Alak is truly gone. But he is right now while the U.S. Treasury is there. Yeah, so I'm thinking, Mr. Frank, because you see, Sudani is the one that approves all. Go. Sudani is the one that approves all resignation. If he has something, give it to me. Sudani is the one that approves all resignations. So let's see what Sudani says on his let's see what Sudani says on this. And then we also had Chalet. He was on the television today too, and he's talking to us about not to worry about the price of oil. Did you know that? No, he didn't. He said, Iraqi citizen, hey, no worry about the price of oil. I know that it dropped to $78. But then he said that he wanted to say, it's down now, but trust me, it will go back up. Now, why would he say, trust me? How does he know oil is going to go back up, huh? Yeah, it's pretty, yeah, so he, oh, Eric Sims, aren't you sweet? Eddie Moon, welcome. Thank you, all of you. These are your last times to be able to donate to us, and we appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you kindly. Back to what we were saying here. Oops, sorry. 78. What they're talking about? Okay, so Sudan. What's his name? Chalet comes out and he talks to us. He says, "Don't worry about the price of oil going down. I know that it went down, but trust me, it's going to go back up. But it will go back up. Trust him." And the U.S. Treasury is overseeing all of the dollar transactions now in the CBI. Too late. Yeah, the U.S. Treasury is overseeing all dollar transactions in the CBI. Not the total operations of the CBI, but most of it. And we heard today that they're thinking about, it's okay. And we heard today, Mr. Frank, that they're thinking about making a new platform. And this new platform is just for the sale of goods to countries like Iran and Syria in dollars, and let the United States Treasury oversee this so that the trade will not be performed in dollars on the black market. To which I said, Eddie, talk about brilliant, huh? You see, by creating this platform, they will be able to separate those that are stealing from those that are Iraqi citizens that need the purchasing power. Yeah, Syria and Iran and other people, and other countries have caused this problem of thievery, profiteering and thievery in your country. And now that the United States Treasury is over there, yeah, they're overseeing every movement. So to make a comment on that, I just find it brilliant. Mr. Frank, we hear the Integrity Committee has granted approval for Alak to come speak, but it looks like Alak don't want to go if he's retiring. You're so mean. Oh, Eddie. Eddie, he said, I retired just after they asked him to, didn't he? Oh, anyways, and then I say to Eddie the following. Eddie, Biden. Yeah. If Alak I said, Eddie, if Alak was not forced out, then his timing is incredible. No matter what, the monetary reform is marching forward every day. It's very exciting because every day they reveal an awful lot to you Iraqi citizens, don't they? But the beauty, Eddie, is what they are revealing to you is exactly what we prepared you for. Yes, Mr. Frank, sending. And by the way, Eddie says that's the main question. Was it because he failed? Or is he escaping? We will know in the coming days, and that is a key factor right there. That is a key factor. To which I said, summarizing it, in my opinion, he was asked politely to leave by both the United States and Sudani, Eddie. Hey, welcome, Greg Gates. Welcome. Gifted one. Thank you. Welcome. Eddie said a lot came back and it was only, Eddie said, a lot came back and it was only to be for 90 days when he came back to the CBI as the governor. But it's been well over 90 days, isn't it? Eddie, stop picking on Alak, man. To which I said, that's right, Eddie. I forgot about that. I guess he overstayed his visit, didn't he? Continuing. Mute my side tank. Oh, it's almost, yeah. I've got 8 more minutes. Then they respond to me and they said, Frank, Eddie agrees, and he says that the beginning of the end, this is the beginning of the end of Alak. Alak was, when he was good. He did good. But when our leader Sudani got on TV, on the TV news today, and he was asking Alak, why haven't you funded the projects and the incentives? Ooh, snap. Look at that. So Eddie's telling us that Sudani pretty well embarrassed Alak. And when he embarrassed them, well, exit stage left. The guy took off. To which I said to Eddie the following right there. That's what I said to him. I said, Sudani, he's a great leader, right? Sudani, he point blank asked Alak straight right in front of his face, in front of you Iraqi citizens, to show you his leadership and his control of the reforms in Iraq. He ain't taking it, just like the United States Treasury is not taking it. Both of them are pointing their finger at Alak and saying, what's up? Then we get another report. Hold on a second. Why is this blocked? Hold on, baby. You know how it gets all snowy, Jen? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's early morning, and the news is now saying that the committee wanted. It's early morning, and the news is saying that the committee wanted to speak to Alak about 3 main things, 3 main questions. One of the questions was about the currency auction. Another one was about smuggling. And the last was, yeah, that's what I cracked up about. The age of the CBI governor? What are these reporters from the United States asking the far left softball questions? I mean, what kind of a stupid question is that? So this is what they wanted to know? Really, Eddie? That's what Parliament was dying to ask Alak? And then Alak didn't even show up, and he took off, and he didn't even get to ask these questions? Fascinating, isn't it? Hi, Joe Ortiz. Thank you kindly. God bless you. Next report, and it turns out that this one came in. Also in the morning. Iraq Trade Bank is on television. Are they here with me, Jen?
Somebody is.
Iraq Trade Bank on TV inviting all licensed exchange companies to come and be a part of the dollar exchange for travelers. Eddie, in my opinion, they are also going. They being these dollar exchanges, they're also going to be part of the monetary reform. In my opinion, somehow they are being educated about the change that is occurring soon, mainly so they don't try to screw it up. Kind of like what K2 company's doing with their inventory to get ready with the lifting of the 3 zeros. They are in Iraq to learn about the lifting of the 3 zeros, kind of like Parliament too, because they were also learning what they have been denying for so long. No, I like that. I like that part right there. Yeah, because Parliament is now learning what they have been denying for so long. Sending. Hey, family, there's just a little bit left here. Let me stop, and I'm only going to stop for like 10 minutes because I want to introduce you to these gentlemen that wrote this a quick little commercial, okay? These are the gentlemen that wrote the song that just has a catchy beat to it. It's really nice, and we have a link. Is that link now on our KTF site?
It is. There's a banner and it's pinned at the top of the chat. Right now they can click on it.
Oh, that's smart. Well, let's see if we can bring them in. It's Tony and Clip. Tony and Clip, are you there, gentlemen?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Frank?
My,
Hey, yes, sir.
hey, buddy. I'm good to talk to the both of you, gentlemen. As always, I want to thank you for what you did. That was very special, and it is a special song. That song is going to be with me for the rest of my life. I thank you for it, gentlemen.
Well,
You
we're excited about the joy it puts on your face every time we watch you sing it, and you're getting better and better every time you sing it. So we're just a matter of time we'll be in that studio doing the recording.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I want to thank you because you sent me the official documentation that I own this song. I have the rights to it. So UB2B can't say that, no, you can't sing it on the air. Yes, I can. I own it. So there. I thank you, gentlemen, very, very much. In fact, you all know that I'm going to change my format, right?
Yes, yeah.
And next month, I'm going to be doing UB2Bs about products. You have a product. You guys are talented. You have, in fact, here, tell the family what it is that you have. And I'm going to try to learn your songs because maybe I'll do a 1 hour singing of all your songs and promote them. Tell the family go ahead, tell them.
Oh, that'd be great.
Go ahead, tell them.
That'd be great. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Frank. Well, it's our honor. It's a pleasure for us to be able to do it for you, as Tony was saying. And so we're excited to be a part of the family, excited that we can bring this joy and share it with others around the world. People are clicking in literally all over the world, Frank. I'll have to show you a map that pinpoints of the interest that's coming in from everywhere, from Australia to Europe and all over. So it's really pretty neat.
That's
Really.
wonderful. I think you told me, was it like 1,600 clicks or something like that?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's been about 1,600 clicks, and just to update everybody too, we kind of made it a little bit easier. So the traffic's coming in, and so when people click the link that you provide that's on your website, they're going to come to a nice little landing page, and they're going to see your picture. And on this landing page there's two purple buttons that clearly say, click here to purchase and download the song. And so if they click that, they'll come to a pay page, follow through with that and just follow the instructions, and you'll get back to a page where you can click and download that song right to your phone or computer, laptop, or whatever device you're on. So it works out real great.
I just clicked on it. So you guys are called Mo Better, Mo Better.
Yeah, Mo Better. Mo
Mo
Better
Better.
Studio.
I like that. Okay. So
Got
that
some Southern slang there for you. Frank, go ahead and come to Ohio and teach you some of this Southern slang. Southernese, we call it Southernese.
well, you got to remember I'm from. You got to remember.
Tell I speak it fluently.
You got to remember, I was born in Texas. I was raised all over the world, but I still got that Southern draw in me. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah.
And
we say tomato, not tomato.
there you go. So this here, so when right now we actually have the link right above where everybody's chatting, and if they click on it, I see my picture. What do they do? Click where it says "click here to purchase and download the theme song." Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's the FRANK26 theme song. They'll get that there, and then it'll take them to a pay page, then it'll bring them back to the page to download it, and they'll forever have it on whatever device they download. It'll be theirs, and it'll be forever theirs to have. And then if you scroll at the very bottom of that page, that link page is where our link is in there, so you can hear some of our songs that we're working on right now. We have, like you say, Christian songs, R&B. We have some country songs. We have patriotic songs. And these songs are not on the radio. They're not. They're our demos. They're the ones that we've written. And we've got a few of our songs going into studio from various artists. So we're excited about that. And of course, we always want more. And as songwriters, like I told you, our goal is to get our songs out. And there's 1,000 great songs in the world, and only a handful of them ever really get picked to be on radio. So we're honored that we're here with you, and that you're using our song, and it gives us a platform for people to look at our songs, and if they want to download our songs, they can. That's possible, but that's how they can get to what we're doing, and we'll talk more about that in September. We're excited about that opportunity. Yeah, they're hearing original songs here first before they'll hear it anywhere else,
that's right. You guys write all of your music. And by the way, gentlemen, just to double check, I clicked on it. I see Mo Better Studios, and as I scroll down, it says here, click here, but that link doesn't work. The next one, click here, that link doesn't work. But the third one, click here for Mo Better Studios. When I click on that one, it takes me to yours. But the first two for us do not still are not working.
Okay, yeah, the first one should work. The second one is probably one we need to take off, but we'll fix that.
And
we checked it earlier.
okay, when I hit it, right, when I hit it, it says PayPal. Sorry, something went wrong. Please try again. Oh, it's probably PayPal, maybe then.
My page is
But
not like yours.
is yours too?
No, my page is the new updated one.
Good. Jan is updated. I'm probably using an old one that I didn't clear the cookies. My apologies. Well, gentlemen, I'm very proud. Well, gentlemen, I'm very grateful to you. I'm very proud of you all. This is a beautiful song. Many people love it. And we will put it on a CD because there is a song that was written for my wife called I Met an Angel. And now we have this one, FRANK26. But, ladies and gentlemen, I asked these two artists if they don't mind. When we put it on a CD, we'll put it on there the way it is, if you want it for your memories. But I'm also thinking of changing the words and making it a love song. Come on, Tink, give me a cookie or give me a kiss. So we'll work on. Yes, sir.
Frank, we've actually been talking about that today, and we're kicking around some ideas.
They're already doing it.
In a few days, we may have a surprise for you and Miss Tink.
Well, I tell you what, y'all just keep on producing and pushing these creations out. And if you allow me, I'll sing. Because next month, I'm not going to be teaching on the internet about the dinar. I'll be teaching about products. And you have a wonderful product. We'll spend an hour and talk about your show, your products. And I appreciate you, gentlemen. God bless you.
Hey, thank you, Frank. Appreciate you, buddy. Hey, we love you.
Love you too, man. Bye-bye now.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, I tell you, family, there's just the good Lord has surrounded us with so many beautiful people like you, and I thank you. I told you one time that this whole thing is like a dream for me. and I'm glad that you were in my dreams. Continuing as we come to an end now in our study. Oh my goodness, look at that. We were at about 20, over 2,000 and boom, dropped just because we do a commercial. Yeah, there are many reasons why I'm leaving. I'm not leaving. I'll be in my home. I'll be protected by my own family and by my teams. Like, for example, well, never mind. Continuing. Eddie says, Mr. Sammy just told him that the dollar exchange rate is really not Alak's job. And don't you love it? Don't you love it? Did we not? I mean, here's the guy that works at the Iraqi banks telling our contacts the same thing that I just told him. I forgot that he said this. Eddie, Mr. Sammy just told him that the dollar exchange rate is really not Alak's job. He's in control of the dinar rates, and with the HCL going back to, excuse me. Okay, yeah, I read it right. He's in control of the dinar rates, and with the HCL going back to the ministries of council for additions. Now, maybe we are that close, Eddie, and Alak just simply stepped down and retired. That's what we hope. That's what we hope. It's not to escape repercussions. Yeah, that's what his here. This is our bank source telling us, don't worry about Alak. He's just a figurehead. He steps down, it's no big deal. But to tell you the truth, to see him step down kind of encourages that maybe this is happening now. I say, I do not believe that he's running from any persecution from a Sudani. In my opinion, Eddie, Sudani is pleased with Alak. He did what he was told to do. But as far as maybe he did something we don't know about, I don't know. And Sudani is done with Alak, to tell you the truth, because the United States Treasury is now demanding that the monetary reform be announced. It's already complete. I agree with your bank friend, Mr. Sammy. We are already there. We just need for it to be released. And the United States Treasury is in Iraq for that sole purpose. Today, excuse me, today, 5:30 in the afternoon, Mr. Frank, they're all coming out now, one after another, trying to explain to us what they're doing with these reforms, with these banks, and what they're doing with the United States Treasury. Everything we are hearing, we are liking. Oh, okay. Today, 6:30 p.m., 6:30. Mr. Frank, Mr. Sammy told me, this is the last report I'm going to share with you, family. Mr. Frank, Mr. Sammy told me, don't worry. Look, this may look like a disaster, with the United States Treasury here. But it's a good thing, Eddie. Trust me. They are here to help us. They are here to help us to the next and the final phase of the currency reforms. Once the issues are fixed, then we should see what we all have been waiting for. It's good. Trust me. Eddie, I know you're watching. When your bank friend tells you to trust him, trust him. To which I then say to my friend Eddie, in my opinion, he's absolutely 100% correct. Eddie, I want you to tell Mr. Sammy that I'm very grateful for the direction that he's taken you and your teams. Mr. Frank, Mr. Sammy is willing to talk to me more, he says now. Supposedly, we will learn more from him in the next 2 days, and I will, yeah, and hopefully we can share family. That's it. Hi, Brookie Wilson. I want to thank you, Brookie. Thank you. Teresa McCraw. Thank you. Thank you kindly. God bless you. Welcome to Club 26. Billy. Billy. Thank you, Billy, for your financial contribution. William E. Fisher Jr. Thank you. Thank you. Aubrey Love. God bless you. Joe Curtis. God bless you. Tink, do we have a list of all these people?
Yep.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Good, so I can thank them in a little bit here. I want to thank all of you. Look, let's review very quickly. Sudani is working with the United States Treasury, and in my opinion, the United States Treasury is sitting in the seat of the governor of the CBI, where Alak normally sits. Because Alak is the person that sends messages and receives messages. Well, right now, the United States Treasury is sending a lot of messages to the banks of Iraq, especially those that were under the influence of the corruption of the corrupt profiteering, politicians in Iraq. So to see the U.S. Treasury there, I call it a catalyst. If you're familiar with chemical reaction, a catalyst is used in order to speed up the chemical reaction. I find this to be a catalyst to see the United States Treasury there. I'm very excited about what's going on. In fact, that is also another powerful reason of why I told you I won't be with you when this happens. Don't you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So it is my desire not to teach any more about the Iraqi dinar in a public venue. I'll still be with you for 3 more weeks, but then at the end of that, all my information will only be put in 2 places that I've already told you. Now, those 2 places, many of you are calling and say, how do I get there? What's tomorrow, Tink? Thursday?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Let's do, I think we can do both of them tomorrow. I will try to do both, if not Thursday and then maybe Friday. I'm going to do 2 YouTubes. Now, these YouTubies are going to explain to you my forum. How to get there, how to land there, how to join. My form will also require your name, your address, and your phone number. And if you don't want to give your name, your address, and your phone number, that's okay. You don't have to be with us. So now that we've done all that, we'll look for the 2. One YouTube will show you how you can join Premium at KTFA. The other one will show you how you can join Club 26. And there is a difference. And I'll explain all of that when I release those 2 UB-Tubies. So when you see these UB-Tubies, I don't want you to think, oh, he has information about the Iraqi dinar. No, I don't want to mislead anybody. I don't want to mislead anybody. So with that said, I can't think of anything else. How about you, Tink?
People are asking for the free gifted.
There are
I told
10.
them-
Oh, we already got them?
I already told, well, yes, I'm sure we do now, to email me if they're in need for the free premium, so.
Okay, so Tink is going to pick 10 of the emails that are being sent to us that want that free month.
They're asking about walking stick too.
This person bought these 10, didn't he? Give another 10 from us
To those in need.
to those in need. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Florida Man. Thank you, sir. for purchasing these 10. But now I also want to match it, Florida man. We're going to give away 20 free premium memberships. But you have to be a member of ktfalways.com. If you're not, then you can't get these, okay? Okay. But if you are and you're in need, send an email to our staff. And then we will pick the 10 that were gifted and then the 10 more that we want to give, a total of 20. Alrighty. And KTFA and Club 26, it is Wednesday. There's no doubt Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be heavy with a lot of information. I will put it in Premium and I will put it in Club 26. We will continue doing our beta testing. No more shorts, so we're going to put them in that format. It is my desire to leave the internet, ladies and gentlemen, on the subject of the Iraqi dinar. But next month, you'll still see my ugly face because I will be bringing you things that you need in order to protect yourself. There are many things out there that are ready to take your money away, and you have to be prepared. And I'll do everything possible to guide you and show you how to protect yourself. The best thing is the trust funds that we bring you, the trust funds. Now, I say that because the best example is what I give you when you think about Senator Kennedy. Everybody knows what happened at Chappaquidda. Everybody knows about that young lady, how she died, and it wasn't until days later that it was disclosed. That's terrible. It was tragic. But what was more tragic is that that family never received any restitution. They never received anything because the Kennedys don't own anything. But they're billionaires, maybe. I mean, multimillionaires. They may be millionaires. I don't understand. They don't. Their trust funds own it, and you cannot crack open a trust fund. So we will show you how to protect yourself because there will be many that will want to take your money. And you have somebody that says to you, "Oh, look, I got a widget. I got a widget here. We're going to make a lot of money. Come on, give me your money. Let's invest together." And you can tell them, "My money's locked up in trust funds. I can't touch it." Oh, shoot. Especially if it's a relative that you haven't seen in 300 years. "How you doing, kissing cousin? Where you been, man? I hear you got some money, honey." No, I don't. Okay, bye-bye again. Doris, thank you for your financial contribution. Vicky Wagner. Tyrone? Hi, Tyrone. I miss you, brother. I really do miss you. I miss messing with you and talking to you. Bus driver, Eric Sims, Joe Ortiz, Aubrey Love, Billy, Brookie Wilson. Thank you. Oh, Brooke? Is that Brookie?
The E is useless. It doesn't get pronounced.
Well, then get rid of it, Brooke. It's expensive. Just drop the E. Brookie. Like Frankie? I dropped the E, the IE. I grew up on Frank. Oh, well. Hey, listen, family. Next month, I'll bring you things that will be of great help to you. I sincerely mean that. I believe that like the gold and silver.
Tuesday.
Oh, my. Huh?
Tuesday.
Oh,
week.
thank you. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
August 13th.
August 13th. Write that down. Please come. Tuesday, August 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to introduce you to, I can say it, I think, with authority, the number 2 gold and precious metal dealer in North America. When you see their names and who they are and everything, you'll be impressed. And what we're trying to do is figure out a way for you to get, the prices are fantastic. You're going to love them when you compare with others. I couldn't believe it. I thought, are these the wholesale prices? No, that's what they sell for. Get out of here. So what if I offered an extra percentage? So I don't know if that deal is going to be brokered through. And if it is, we'll announce all of this on next Tuesday. Family, you don't even have to wait. Gold and silver right now. Yeah. All right, I guess that's it, sweetie. I can't think of anything else. You? Walking stick. Somebody was asking about him. He's doing good. He's doing good. Yeah. He's doing good. Listen, as far as my liver and what's going on with me, don't worry about it. Know that I pray for all of you. Even those that don't want to be prayed for. I sincerely do pray for you because I only know to love you. I don't know to hate you. And I wish you the best. And I'm not your enemy. Alrighty, we done. God bless you all. 6 more, okay? Yes.
The song. That close it out. And Tony said the link is fixed now. So. See, they're saying, play the song. You want a cookie or not?
You want a cookie or not? They're probably saying, you just shut up and play the song, okay? Okay. Here it goes.
I used to be a dinar newbie until I watched Frank's UB2B. With a twinkle in his eye and God by his side, Frank's teachings reaches far and wide. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Now take it from me, Frank is no rookie. It's okay, Tink, give this man a cookie. You never know what suit he'll be wearing, so I wear my sunglasses because they are so glaring. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Sit up, be patient and get ready. Frank's got some news from Walking Stick and Eddie. Frank breaks down the news and keeps us straight. Come on, Iraq, can you give us the rate? So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Hey Tink, I need a cookie.
Yeah, I do.
Come on Tink, I deserve some cookies. Cookie, cookies, cookies. Come on Tink, give up the cookies.
I feel like, remember that movie Caddyshack? Remember that little, what was the groundhog?
Yeah.
And he's sitting there going, I got some cookies to eat. Sweet aloha. God bless you. Bye-bye. Can I eat these cookies?
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.